So people, there's lots more going on behind the scenes with great golf swings than what people really realise. And we're going to address that in this video. Pros versus amateurs, great drills, great exercises. We're looking at the PGA averages of movement. Guys, the closer you get to these positions, the better you're going to hit it. And it's remarkable, really, when we're looking at these great players, how similar they are in certain positions. Look at Scheffler on the left here. What a ball striker. Mcilroy, as we know, what a player. And looking at those two positions, really, really similar. And we can get in there and say, really, the closer you get to these positions, the better you're going to hit. And this is what we show you on WorldClassGolf.com, World Class Golf Instruction with your swing analyst and the 1,300 videos on the platform. Now, amateurs, obviously, fortunately, not knowing what's going on, but you can film your swing with your mobile phone. Too many people put that in the too hard basket here. We see the amateurs moving off the ball, not getting back through the wall. But one of the key areas of the swing here, people, is really looking at your chest extension, or simply put, just pointing the chest up. I'm going to take you through why that has such a huge effect on different components and elements of your swing without having to think too much. And we're going to be looking at some drills with this, both sides and impact, and can't wait to share this one with you guys. Let's get stuck into the importance of evidence-based instruction and getting on the path of playing some better golf. So people, the positive chain reaction of getting your chest to point up in the backswing, well, it keeps your head really still, and that's always a great thing. It keeps your head really centered, and that's always going to help people hit cleaner shots, less fat shots, less thin shots, more shaft lean. This move at the top here, when your head is centered, when the chest is pointing up, it's so much easier now to push forward. You've got something to push off. If you move off the ball, if you don't pivot correctly, you've got nothing to push off. And this is what helps people. This is when we talk about a chain reaction. This helps people then push forwards and through the wall. Now, it's important that we've got 4 to 6 inches on average of lateral shift. Oosthuizen's got a bit more there. But it's important that the top half doesn't go with it. And that's where we talk about the chest pointing up. When the chest points up, we can hit it more from the inside. Now, we can get across, it shallows out the angle of attack. It's just one of the areas of a great swing. And getting the chest to point up will get the hips to work more effectively. See that points down there. That always has a great effect of the legs moving down and forwards. And then we drive the right knee towards the left, and we get the right side to work underneath. Now, when the chest points up, have a look how high that shoulder is here at the top. Now, that's a really important thing to notice. Getting this left shoulder up really high and extending that chest upwards through the ball. Now, we see, have you seen Scheffler's swing? I just got to show you this because this is just, I've got to show you this before we have a look at the drills. Have a look at this. This is insane, right? This move from Scheffler, I'm not expecting people to swing back this far, but I've got to show you this because it's just how good this is, right? Have a look at this. Have a look at how flexible he is. But look how the chest there, see how it extends? And now he's going to get through that wall. Look how much, watch this for lateral shift. And a lot of people out there saying you shouldn't have lateral shift. Just got no idea. Have a look at that for a move. Now see how much you can see of the left arm. Look where his chest is pointing up. How dynamic is that? That's insane. Look at that move there. And that chest there pointing up through the ball, like he's just ripping it, isn't he? He's unbelievable. Spieth, you'll see it the same at the top here. And I want to just talk to you, because one of the sides that we're going to be looking at here, one of the moves, is one side complements the other. See Spieth, also big lateral shift there. Head's moving forwards, but now as the shoulder extends, the head moves back. And that's what, when you lift this shoulder up, when you get the chest to point up, it brings things back in the right position. Fortunately, what we're seeing with the amateur player through the ball, the arms being too level a lot of the time. So let's have a look at some drills now and how we can incorporate, because you can't just do the chest on the way back. You've got to get it correct. And this, people, has an effect. It's a basic, simple thought, but it has such a wonderful effect on your golf swing. Well, that is about as good as I can hit a golf ball. Chest extension, getting ourselves to tilt and turn here. The appropriate amount of tilt and turn in the golf swing. It's not easy to do. Let's get stuck into a drill here, people. I'm going to show you something here that just sets off an incredible chain reaction. We're going to complement it with 2 feels. You can use it when you're practicing and out in the golf course. Obviously, you can dumb it down and then think more about the golf ball. When we're looking at getting the chest to extend and point up in your practice swings, it'll make it perhaps look like there's a little bit of reverse pivot or a little bit of reverse tilt here with your thoracic spine. What we're looking at doing is when we get up to the top of the swing, we're letting the lead eye just drop down slightly, and we're going to have this chest, the feeling that this chest is pointed slightly up. We've spoken about this drill before where the palms are pointed up and the palms are pointed up, getting your body to tilt correctly. This is a wonderful place to be in your golf swing. Now, when we complement it on the other side, we see that someone like Scotty, Scheffler probably does it the best in the world. We've seen Garcia, Oosthuizen, people that tilt, really tilt and turn effectively. Now, through the golf ball, once we get the tilt here, we're looking at tilting on the way up, and that chest is also going to be up. I like to look at this as a feel that moving through the ball, when it's moving so fast, that we're seeing a lot of this lead arm, and we're not seeing that the elbows are level here, because your toes will get ripped off the ground. And we start to move in a way through the ball. We have too much forwards bend, and we start to get in all sorts of troubles, getting, flipping it, hitting it left, running into ourselves, all these type of things. People, these two moves really complement each other, getting the chest to point up here on the way, chest to point here, seeing a lot of this lead arm position. Give it a go, put it into your swing, put it into your practice, because it makes the swing move much more effectively. So people, I really like this drill, and I'm going to go through a couple of things here for you. What you do is you put your lead hand on the club and just get the arm slightly bent. Get in your address position. It's always good to do your drills from a realistic position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to think about two things. We're going to get the lead eye to lower slightly on the way down and exaggerate that. We're going to turn the right shoulder behind us, and that's going to give us the extension and the rotation. Just have a look what I do here. Right? We're going to do it through the ball as well. So when we turn, we just lower the cap, the lead side down, and we turn this right shoulder back behind. And you'll get a feeling of the chest then is pointing up. Okay? You can then take your golf club, it won't be as pronounced, but you can also just tilt that lead eye. It might look in the practice swing that you're slight reverse pivoting, but it really gets the feel. You need a feel before you hit a ball, right? This is what it's all about. So in the through swing, we're going to reverse this, right? You put the right palm or the right hand on top, and what we're going to do is we're going to get the right eye to move down, the trail eye moving down, and we're going to get the left arm straight. We're going to get your legs to move forwards, and we're going to get the chest to extend. Now you're going to keep this right eye down. Okay, so on the way back, you've got the left eye down, shoulder turning behind. On the way through, the lead arm straight, and we tilt the eyes down and we rotate so that the chest is pointing up. And then getting in there and doing practice swings to slightly exaggerate these feels. This is a great drill to help you get the correct extension of your chest, which helps us so much throughout the entire golf swing. So guys, right, let's have a look at some evidence-based instruction here. Have a look at Mcilroy in the takeaway on the left. Look at the left eye, the lead eye moving downwards. And what it can do for a lot of people here, I'll just pop a line on the side of Mcilroy's head here. Just watch this. The actual head moves slightly forwards there, doesn't it? It's almost like a slight reverse pivot. And as he turns to the top, everything's staying really centered, and keeping yourself really centered for a lot of people just gives great pressure, more shaft lean. World-class golf instructors improving golfers between 4 and 11 shots. Your swing analyst video is the same as this YouTube format, except with your swing on the screen. It goes between 15 to 30 minutes with tailored drills and exercises, a higher level of instruction at a cheaper price. 1,300 videos, 75 separate series. Reach out to us in the chat room and get on the path of playing your best golf. Now the move from the top's an interesting one. Have a look at that hip move forwards. Look at that right eye drop down and that right side moving down. Now with the driver, you'll really see this. I want you guys to give this a try. I'm not into magic moves. We improve by working with great information and chipping away at your golf. But just watch that move from the top there, especially with the driver, as we see that the right eye moving underneath the left. And just give it a try, because it really is it's just great at shortening this right side, extending this lead side up, and it matches the shoulders. And there really is some magic in this move, people. Give it a go. Let's get further on into the video. If you're after online lessons, check out WorldClassGolf.com. We've got a higher level of instruction there at a cheaper price with Zoom calls, Skype calls. Invest in your golf and get on the path to playing the best golf that you've ever played.